Imagine this. It's a quiet Tuesday afternoon. You're at work, the kids are at school, and everything seems normal. Then, at exactly 14:03 Eastern Standard Time, the world changes. In a control room in the Midwest, an operator stares at his screen in disbelief. A major substation, responsible for powering millions, has just gone offline. No warning, no alert, just gone. A second later, another one, hundreds of miles away, drops off the grid. Then another, and another. Across the country, regional power providers are reporting the same thing. Sudden, coordinated shutdowns. It's happening so fast, it's like someone flipped a switch on the entire nation. What the operators don't know is that this attack didn't just begin. It started months, maybe even years, ago. The enemy wasn't at the gates. They were already inside. The malware that is now crippling the grid wasn't blasted through firewalls. It was delivered, shipped inside, compromised hardware, embedded deep within the firmware of routers and controllers. This is a supply chain infiltration of the highest order. The very components meant to build and strengthen the grid were Trojan horses, waiting for a signal. Back in the chaos of the control rooms, human operators are scrambling. They try to isolate the problem, to reroute power, but they're fighting a ghost. For every countermeasure they attempt, the attack adapts. This isn't a pre-programmed worm following a simple script. This is an AI-driven assault. The malware is intelligent. It uses artificial intelligence to pivot through networks, finding new pathways and exploiting vulnerabilities faster than any human team can possibly react. It's like playing chess against a grandmaster who can see 100 moves ahead and is playing on 1,000 boards at once. The attackers are also deploying their most powerful weapons, zero-day exploits. These are brand new vulnerabilities, flaws in software and hardware that are completely unknown to the defenders. There are no patches, no pre-existing signatures for antivirus software to detect. It's the digital equivalent of an invisible army with weapons no one has ever seen before. Every door the defenders thought was locked is being effortlessly kicked open. The AI-assisted scripts are not just fast, they are relentlessly efficient, exploiting these zero days to move laterally across the network, gaining deeper and deeper access with each passing millisecond. As the grid collapses, the lights go out, first in scattered towns, then entire cities. Traffic lights die, creating instant gridlock. Hospitals switch to backup generators, but they only have enough fuel for a few days. Water treatment plants fail. Communication networks, reliant on that same power, begin to flicker and die. The hum of modern life is replaced by an eerie, spreading silence. The attack isn't just on the power grid. It's an attack on the very fabric of society. In the aftermath, as forensic teams begin the painstaking work of sifting through the digital wreckage, they start to find clues. Digital fingerprints left behind by the attackers. They find time zone stamps in the metadata of the malicious code, all synchronized to a single, foreign time zone, hinting at a highly coordinated, disciplined operation. This wasn't the work of a lone hacker in a basement. The malware itself is another huge clue. It's not a single piece of code. It's modular, different components for reconnaissance, for infiltration, for lateral movement, and for the final payload. This kind of sophisticated, modular architecture is a hallmark of well-funded, state-level cyber forces. It's designed for persistence, adaptability, and to be incredibly difficult to analyze. Each module can be updated or swapped out, making it a living, evolving threat. But then, the investigators find something truly unsettling. They find false flags, snippets of code, comments written in different languages, and techniques deliberately used to mimic the digital signatures of other known hacking groups or even other nations. It's a calculated act of deception, designed to sow confusion and point the finger of blame in the wrong direction. The attackers aren't just trying to hide their tracks. They are actively trying to frame someone else, turning the investigation into a maze of mirrors. The implication is terrifyingly clear. This wasn't about money. No ransomware notes appear on screens demanding Bitcoin. This wasn't cyber vandalism. The goal wasn't just to cause chaos for the sake of it. The scale, the sophistication, the meticulous planning. and the sheer audacity of the operation point to only one conclusion. This was a strategic offensive, a deliberate act of aggression on a scale never before seen. It's the first shot in a new kind of war, a war fought not with soldiers and tanks, but with code and algorithms. The world suddenly realizes that the digital infrastructure we depend on for everything is incredibly fragile. Power, water, finance, communication, it's all connected, and it's all vulnerable. This attack demonstrates that a nation can be brought to its knees without a single bomb being dropped. The battlefield has expanded from land, sea, air, and space into the fifth domain, cyberspace. What happens next? How does a nation respond to an invisible enemy that can cripple it from the inside out? The immediate priority is recovery. Trying to bring the grid back online is a monumental task. Every piece of compromised hardware must be identified and replaced. The entire network needs to be scrubbed. But how can you be sure you've found every last trace of this advanced malware? It could be lurking anywhere, ready to reactivate. Politically, the world is on a knife's edge. Accusations fly, but with the clever use of false flags, how can anyone be certain who is truly responsible? An act of war has been committed, but the perpetrator is a ghost in the machine. A retaliatory strike against the wrong party could trigger a global conflict. This is the new reality of geopolitical tension in the 21st century. This event forces a global reckoning. Nations around the world are forced to confront their own vulnerabilities. The race is on, not just to build better defenses, but to develop offensive cyber capabilities of their own as a deterrent. An invisible digital arms race accelerates in the shadows. We have entered a new era where the line between peace and war is blurrier than ever. The attack on the grid was more than just a blackout. It was a wake-up call for the entire world, and it showed us that the future of conflict may be silent, invisible, and devastatingly effective. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the critical issues shaping our world. Stay safe and stay informed.